Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Welding Group and we will give a presentation about hand tools and instruments. The member of this group is Torik Subi Ramadan, Agus Rizky Subakti, Agil Salim, Muhammad Abrar, Ahnaf Hidayat, Renaldi Abimanyu, Ahmad Mustafa, and the last is Fardan Nofrizal. What is welding? Welding is a fabrication process whereby two or more parts are fused together by means of heat, pressure, or both forming a joint as the parts cool. Welding is usually used on metals and thermoplastic, but can also be used on wood. The completed welded joint may be referred to as a weldment.
It is an essential type of welding equipment that is considered the most important piece of personal protective equipment that a welder should have. This helmet not only protects the eyes and skin from serious spark, but also from potentially vision damaging ultraviolet and infrared rays released by us. Welding gloves. Welding gloves are tools that protect a welder's hands from the dangers of welding. Leather or asbestos gloves are used for the protection of hands against any possible burns during welding.
Welding sleeve. Welding sleeve are detachable sleeve, usually made from leather or other non-flammable and robust fabric that protect your clothes and skin from damage. A leather apron is very useful equipment for protecting a welder's clothing against spark and red hot particle. It is usually to the chest portion of the body. Next slide is safety shoes. Safety shoes are important protective gear that you must have in your workplace. The use of safety shoes is essential to protect your feet, ankle, and leg from being injured or harmed in any way.
Welding magnet. Welding magnets are one of the most versatile tools you will have in your kit. That is what makes them so useful while welding. With a welding magnet, you can hold pieces of metal in place without the use of clamp and manipulate them easily. They also allow you to mount pieces of metal and weld them at angle to one another. Chipping hammer. One phase of MIG welding or stick welding is the condensation of slag as the metal melts and forms into the weld. This slag needs to be chipped away at times. This is what the chipping hammer is for. Chipping hammers have a flat side and a pointing side, optimized for different kind of slag. You may not use these overly often, but they make the process of welding much cleaner and much manageable.
Metal brush. Like a chipping hammer, a metal brush is something that you don't think about often, but constantly use while welding. A metal brush removes slag and charring from the top of cold welds and leaves the whole thing looking nice and clean. Next, welding pliers. Welding plies. Another function of welding plies is to clamp the cable mesh on the welding machine. Usually, when doing welding, you need a piece of equipment that can be used to hold the wires so they don't move and interfere with the work. Therefore, welding plies are used to clamp it.
Welding table. A table that serves as a workbench when completing work in metal fabrication by welding. Welding tables are useful during this process as they provide a stable area to work on, as well as assistance with measuring and erecting the part to be welded. 3 square. It is an L-shaped measuring instrument. Its blade is usually graded in centimeters, and the sum is asked for job measurement purpose. It is also asked for checking the right angle of a rectangular job.
Welding machine. Welding machine is a tool used to join a metal. Welding is a metal joining process by melting some of the parent metal with the filler metal into one. Holder. The holder function as a welding wire holder when a welder is used to weld a product. The holder must be made of a material that has high heat resistance because its position is close to the melted welding wire, temperature up to 2000 degrees Celsius. In addition, in this holder, there is a spring that functions to lock or clamp the electrode so that it does not come off or move when used to weld.
Electroda cable, a cable that functions to conduct electric from the welding machine to the holder or the electrodes that will train an electric arc when joined to the workpiece. From welding cable, electrodes, and mag cable. Each must have three properties, and in it are several parts such as leg, rubber, eyelash, and copper weight. Welding wire. Welding wire or electrodes are used in the material joining process. The material has a function as a burner root making the art leg up.
Workpiece or welding plate. This plate is used as a basic building material which is able to produce and making building construction structure very sturdy and strong. Most of these materials are applied to a high-rise building construction or even use a placement in various other building materials. For example, it is used for a building construction that is weak and soft, so it requires a mold or support. And this is the last presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. We are from Welding Group. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.